And I'm saying that because there's someone in the building who is donning courageously and I dare say shamelessly Manchester United kit from top to bottom. In fact, what he's wearing on kwa kofia epitomizes Manchester United in F1. Amevaa car jacket na trouser epitomizes the F1, the Ferrari in football.
Oh Lord.
Hello, context. So it's complete.
Siko hapo.
Yeah, huko hapo. I'm talking about the veteran himself. This one is a journalist, a World Journalist of the Year award winner by the IAAF. Wakati walikuwa anaitwa hivyo. He has done so many things, Greg. Like the portfolio for this guy.
Yeah.
Tukianza kutaja saa hizi tutamaliza saa ngapi?
Mwenyewe ndiye anaweza maliza tu.
Man, if you love sports in this country, you definitely know about this guy. I'm talking about Elias Makori. Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Thank you.
We are glad to have
you.
I don't know. Kwa nini napiga makofi?
Yeah, unapiga tu.
Manu coffee.
Yeah. That one we cannot do, man. We cannot do that one. But yeah, we are very glad to have you here. I was looking at your portfolio. Chief, the amount of things you have done. Where do you get the energy to do all of this? Because you've been around, I'm seeing you have traveled over 100 countries. You are a member of the press commission at the International Association of Athletics Federation when it was like that. You are a member of Media Operations Advisory Group at World Athletics. You have launched Pura Video Sports Africa. You have, how many years by the have you done media?
About 35 years now.
35.
35.
Longer than I've been existing this world.
Wewe wanakuambia sit down.
Akisema niketi nitaketi saizi. Hao ni wale mzee akiwa ameketi anaona mbali kuliko kijana akiwa jamti. It's exactly what they mean when you have clocked that 5 years in that industry. So we are very glad to have you here. How are you doing?
Oh, fine, thank you. Just taking it easy. Thanks for having me. It's a brilliant studio. My first time here.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah. The first radio station doing sports full time.
Exactly. I mean, I wish I could roll back the years and join you guys. Yeah, it's excellent.
When Manu is playing,
we can call him.
We can call him.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah. Manu, Shabana.
To watch along.
Yeah.
At least Shabana.
You know, when I contacted him, first of all, I thought ako Mombasa.
Because walikuwa in action against.
Because last year when Shabana went there,
yes,
he was there.
Aliwafuata.
Actually, his presence only attract like another 1,000 fans.
Shabana wanafaa kuita kando.
Kando.
Like the brand ambassador.
Akwe spokesman.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, what are your thoughts about Shabana by this season?
I mean, they're a good team. I think you know. Actually, I followed Shabana since it started, if I can say that. When Dogo Khan formed it, I was in high school.
Yes.
And that's how my sporting career started as a journalist.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was at Cardinal Tunga High School. And, you know, those days in the National League, they used to call it the National League.
Yeah.
You'd play double headers. You go to Kisumu, play Kisumu Posta on Saturday, then Sunday play Shabana. So you find most of the teams, of course, you know, taking the bus from Kisumu to Kisii. They'll stop over at Cardinal Tunga. We had excellent facilities.
Yes.
You know, they'd change, warm up. Because at Gusii Stadium, you cannot change. You cannot warm up. It was hostile. And this season will be worse even than, you know, that was in the 80s I'm talking about.
Yes.
So, you know, the team will warm up, you know, some guys will smoke funny things. We'll see those things. Those were the days before WADA, before anti-doping. And then, you know, sometimes I used to get a lift from them. Kenya Breweries FC, Gor Mahia, and then go all the way to the stadium to watch Shabana.
Yeah.
So that was the day. I mean, those were the days when Shabana was high up there.
Yeah.
And now again, I can see they're getting back to that of. Yeah.
Do you think they can contend for the league? I know last season they finished off quite well. They
were they fourth?
They were fourth.
Yeah.
And they were playing good football. There's a lot of support from fans. There's a lot of accountability.
Yeah.
You can see the governance is also good. Do you think they have set a proper foundation for maybe contending for the league this season, or is it a bit too early?
No, I think they have set a foundation. You know, they've been in the NSL. They are playing well. They came into the Premier League, and you know, slowly the players are gelling.
Yeah.
The coaches have stabilized. You know, you have a very, very good bench.
Yes.
And you know, players are motivated. You know, Brian Mishira was in the Harambee Stars squad, and you know, he didn't play, but I mean, the guy is wonderful. He scored a wonderful goal at Bandari. So sponsorship has come in. They're getting gate collections.
Yes.
They're traveling fans. The 12th man is amazing.
Yeah.
Over the weekend we had, you know, I saw in one of our groups somebody was calculating the kind of money that went around. It was about 11 million.
What?
In terms of hiring the buses, you know, kupiga sherehe kule, you know, Mombasa.
What Shabana used
what the money
funds.
that yeah.
The sort of circulation of money that
The
went
circulation,
around.
You know, some went by plane, some went by SGR.
Yeah,
And
by
there
road.
were over almost 100 minibuses, manyangas from Kisii, Nairobi,
Moja.
all over. Mia moja.
Yeah, but then you could have
Jesus.
watched that game because
Yeah.
I was watching it yesterday. I was like,
The support is huge.
that
Yeah,
was huge. The
Bandari-
attendance was huge.
Bandari felt like the away team. They were home.
Because you took over that space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that in the Premier League.
Yeah,
now
very
we,
much.
we have Gor Mahia, we have FC with a big fan base. We have Bomet, APS, a good team again. You see around Kisii now, you have Bomet, you have Mara Sugar.
Yes.
3 big teams. So, the ecosystem is growing, and I think the Premier League
This
will
is
be
healthy.
big this season. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Very healthy for the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah.
Indeed.
The only thing that disappoints me about Kisii is the state of the stadium.
Politicians. We had a rally by one of the political parties that I won't
Yeah.
give the
No need to mention them.
to honor them by naming them.
Yes.
I mean, they messed up the pitch.
Ah.
You know, in the West, you find when there's any other activity other than football sport, the turf is covered. You know,
Yes.
there's boarding to cover the stuff. You saw that during AFCON.
Yeah.
I mean, during Chan,
Chan.
the closing ceremony, they covered the pitch, did
Yeah.
their ceremony, and left.
Yeah.
But now these guys had a crazy rally there, and the pitch took a beating. You know, there's a pitch that has taken years
No,
to
it
come
was
up
bad.
with.
Yeah.
The sprinklers are there, you know. It was messed up, and very sad that Bomet had to play on such a surface
Yeah.
for their home game.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever get out of this.
Juicy against the Moranga Seal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of Chan, he was the head of media. You told me, Greg.
He's still.
He's still the head of media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that for you, running or heading such a department in a continental thing happening in our own country?
Well,
And
it
it hasn't
wa-
happened in a long time.
It was a great learning experience, a learning curve. We have a lot of work to do before AFCON. I think I made quite a number of enemies because of pushing and trying to show people how big this thing is.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are taking it for granted, but now AFCON is a different ballgame. It's
Totally.
around 10 times bigger than Chan.
Correct.
You know, when you have people like Mo Salah himself is ecosystem.
Yes, on
You
its
know,
own.
security and so on. It's
Mhm.
crazy. So, I mean, AFCON will be big. Chan was a good learning experience. At least now the grounds are looking good. The experience has been gained, and we hope to see, many people from the local organizing committee traveling to Morocco for the AFCON in December, January,
Yeah.
to keep on learning. And then, we need to put up a good show. It was a very good learning experience and a very good idea to have the Chan before the AFCON as a sort of testing
Yes.
ground.
Yeah. Test ourselves, see how we can run the systems, what to improve on, and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Greg, you said he's still the head of media.
Yeah.
For what exactly? Just for people who have no idea.
Actually, the head of media in the local organizing committee
Okay.
for Chan and AFCON.
And AFCON.
So up to 2027 is
Yeah.
the one will be credited in making sure that every media operation works
Seamlessly.
in line to what he's experienced.
Yes.
Things like that. So just a question that I can pose to him. When was the first time you came into contact with covering international events, and how was it, and what was the difference between then and what we have today?
Well, it was a terrible experience. I never want to remember for many reasons.
Your first time?
It was in Khartoum,
Cartoon.
Yeah.
Khartoum, Sudan. I think it was 93. It was a Sekafa tournament. Those days, of course, there was no mobile phones. The telex, we were using the telex machine. Telex machine, I don't think many people have seen a telex machine.
What is a telex?
The one, you punch holes and then it punches holes and then you put it into some machine and it comes up with the texts.
Oh.
Sort of medieval stuff that we had those days. And, in Sudan, there was a lot of monitoring of the press. So once you do your report, you go to the Sudan News Agency. That's SUNA. Then there's somebody going through your script before it can be transmitted to Nairobi. So it will take like a whole day to file a story. But I did manage to file stories. I was with Gold Medalist there. The late Austin Oduor was coaching the team.
Was coaching the
He
team.
was coaching the team at the time. He had just started his coaching career. It was a very, very, actually thrown into the deep end. And to make matters worse, I remember we were sharing a triple room with some colleagues from Tanzania, Radio Tanzania. There's a guy called Said Ali Tunku and another guy called Ave Shime. Sadly, one of them passed on when we were there. Because again, at the time, that was Shime Ahmed, At the time in Sudan, you could not get medication over the counter.
Yeah.
You had to go through a process, go to the hospital, get the prescription. And he was quite unwell. He was a commentator, and his other colleague was a sound man. Those days you have to travel, not like now you guys can do radio from your phones.
Yeah.
You had to get a sound engineer to go and get into the microwave. I don't know, those funny things of those days.
Yes.
So he fell ill and he could not get medication in time, and sadly he passed on. So we lost a colleague whom I was sharing a room with, and that was my first major assignment out of the country. But I pulled myself together and said, it is what it is, and we have to soldier on. Of course, family was contacted, and they went on with the arrangements, and I bravely continued covering the tournament for the Daily Nation at the time. And after that, leaping from Sudan, I think the next big one was Tokyo, Japan, volleyball, World Championships for women, a totally different experience.
I know with time, things have changed, like you mentioned. Then, now, there's the rise of social media.
The digital world.
The digital world.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you feel sometimes it waters down on journalism ethics, or what are your thoughts about it? Because sometimes people can just say things without verifying them. Others do adhere to their journalism ethics and they verify, but through digital media or through social media, people get to push even false narratives. For you as a person who has been in this space for over 30 years, what are your thoughts about that?
It's a catch-22 because, you can't fight technology.
Yeah.
You can't fight what is happening.
Yes.
But at the same time, you have to maintain journalistic ethics and integrity. And it's very interesting because it's a debate that is going on globally. At the recent World Championships in athletics, for the first time we had, the content creators at the mixed zone. Some of us who are conservatives have really been anti content creators in the mixed zone, because you find a player or an athlete has come out very serious, maybe has lost or had an issue, and then there's a content creator trying to crack jokes with the athlete. It's a bit of a I don't know how it, but again, the athletes are young and some of them embrace it.
Yeah, like you said, catch-22.
Catch-22. Some don't like it, but it's something we cannot, because the masses, the audiences, the young guys are watching, sports on tablet, on phone. So, it's something that we cannot run away from.
Yeah.
But again, like you say, it's important to have them go through some training and understand the basic journalistic, principles.
Yeah. Is this why you're now, I understand you're doing part-time lecturing. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of mentorship. Also, lecture one here and there. I get invitations to give talks.
Yeah.
I was in Addis Ababa some time back, and I get to share my experiences because it's the least I could do after all these years in the media.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to share experiences and try and develop the young journalists who are coming up.
Yeah. I know with Chan, people had things to say like there was not enough marketing. I don't know if we did not have the resources or it's because it's a CAF thing, we could not spend money. So many things were said, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that and maybe the marketing aspect of it, something to improve on moving forward? And also, like you have mentioned about digital media, is this something you may be looking to incorporate maybe now for AFCON, where, like you said, catch-22 situation, but it's almost inevitable that you should or you want to use content creators just to put the word out there a bit more?
I think government really needs to, it's a very steep learning curve for government because they overlooked a lot of things in terms of financing and entirely handling the tournament.
Yeah.
In my opinion, in the first place, the government has no business financing a tournament like AFCON and CHAN. It should be a private sector thing. The government should just make sure the facilities are in good shape and available, and security is given, and the basic infrastructure, so that you can have the corporates coming in and investing in the sport.
Yeah.
It was very sad to have an AFCON, a CHAN, without a major local sponsor. We didn't see any.
Honestly.
There was zero Kenyan big corporate on the billboards.
Yeah.
Who takes the blame here?
Well, I think also CAF takes part of the blame. A lot of things were left too late. They were a bit too stiff with their conditions.
Like they have to approve anything.
Yeah, everything was cast in stone. The government did pay about 1.6 billion shillings for the hosting rights. All this money went to CAF, and the government had no question to ask.
Yeah.
You know, CAF didn't allow anybody to interfere with the budgets and so on. So it's a scenario where, you know, we need to come in strongly through the corporates, you know, calling the shots.
Yeah.
And not everything being done in Cairo. Again, it was a bit of a late preparation. And even now, if you're not careful, it's only 20 months away to AFCON.
Yeah.
We really need to hit the ground and make sure that, you know, the corporates come in and we have a Kenyan feeling.
Yes.
For the tournament.
Yeah. And I mean, it's you've been in this thing for so long, and these things to do with sports, they keep sort of recurring.
Yeah.
Where there's no proper support. And then again, you find the guys who are doing the running of these sports, the federations or even the particular clubs, the management is wanting. What has really been ailing us, Elias? Because you've been here for 30 years.
Yeah, it's...
they are not getting better. They should be getting better, but they're still taking way too much time.
Yeah.
A lot of things need to change. Even the constitutions of federations are... Some of them are obsolete. They've been trying to change them over the years, and you know, getting people who have other interests in the sport other than making it grow.
Correct.
The leadership really has to evolve. We need to have professionals handling sport. You know, like if you look at Athletics Kenya, for example, where you elect a public relations officer. I mean,
you elect a public relationship.
Yeah. instead of doing an interview,
you elect.
I mean, these are positions that should not be elective.
Yeah.
They should be appointive. People should put in their CVs. The marketing program should be vibrant.
Correct.
And then that's the only way forward. We are still living in the past. I really hate it when people go to the government to look for air tickets. Government should not. They have no business financing teams, financing national teams.
Yes.
This should be purely a corporate, you know, private, public
partnership.
Sort of partnership.
Correct.
With the corporates coming in full force.
Yes.
It's not the business of the cabinet secretary to book tickets for the national team to travel to Morocco or whatever.
So these videos going around, morally it's not what's supposed to be like. There's a team that traveled to India.
Yeah.
I don't know which game was that. Last week they sent a video. I don't know. We want to be paid.
That was the para-athletics.
Oh, yeah, para-athletics.
Yeah.
So such things should not be happening
They
if we have
happening.
proper structures within the federations.
It shouldn't be happening. I mean, we have a vibrant sports, I mean, what do you call it, sports fund.
Yeah.
It should be generating enough revenue to finance, you know, through lottery, through other revenues collected, but not through the taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
The taxpayer should be spared that pain of having to finance national teams.
Yeah.
Teams like Gor Mahia, you know, going to the government for tickets.
It should not be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gor Mahia wanaendanga kunini na wenye wako na
Hata FC.
Hata FC.
hata jiji na mmekanywa juzi si mko na nini sponsorship.
No, it happens when especially they are going for continental assignments.
Okay.
Whereby you find that they did not actually have a budget for that. So let's say 2 or 3 days to the tournament.
Yes.
There's a press conference at Nya Stadium or wherever.
Yeah.
Tunaomba serikali.
So
those are the things that have been happening. And I know it really paints a bad picture about how our sport is being run in the country. Case and study, look at what happened in the volleyball, during the Volleyball World Championship in Thailand, whereby a team travels, no kit. Have you experienced that during your time? And what do you think is always a mishap?
Yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, things happen exactly the same thing happened, I don't know if it was 96 or 98, where the national women's team again was going for the World Championships in Japan. They had an Adidas kit, which was fake. Zile za River Road.
The
FIVB has its standards, and they can check what
the
is
authenticity.
Genuine, the authenticity.
Yeah.
And fortunately, there's somebody I knew who was in the Nike circles.
Yeah.
His name is Noel. He passed on. May his soul rest in peace. Noel was the gentleman. If you remember 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, Nigeria won gold. He's the one in football. The days of Okocha, you know, they were still young people. He's the one who did the deal for Nike, kitting Nigeria.
The one that stands to date.
The one that runs until today. Noel, you know.
Wow.
Noel is the one who brokered that deal. I got to meet him in an interesting way because the wife, Nafisa, was manager, was a marketing manager at Carnival. Those days I was a regular at Carnival. Nilikuwa napiga sherehe kabisa. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I knew Nafisa. Then she hooked me up with the hubby, Noel, and you know, we got to know each other. We did a lot of things, by the way.
All right.
I'm trying to put my memoirs together. We did a lot of things, including 2002, if you remember, Harambee Stars going to play Nigeria in a friendly. I was involved in organizing that game through Nike, through Noel. So I mean, that volleyball scenario, I reached out to Noel, and I remember his office at Anniversary Towers. We had a meeting there. The ladies came, Akina Doris and whatever, and they were given kit. They were given genuine Nike kit that they could now use at the World Cup in Japan. And I remember traveling with them, and it was they really went through a lot, which is still happening until now.
I mean, it's like the more things change, the more they remain the same.
The more they remain the same.
Absolutely, sir.